Good morning. I'm Casey reporting for Casey Collections in Buchanan, Virginia. Happy Saturday to you. It's April 6th. It's so hard to believe that this year's flying by. But I wanted to catch up with you early this morning and show you some of the things that we've been working on this week just to make things lighter and brighter as we refresh and renew. You'll see here in the front left of our store as you come in, a big focus on a multitude of colors, including purples, pinks, and yellows, as well as our 8-foot rough sawn table. It's the hand-planed rough sawn table. It does not have as rough of a texture, meaning as many uneven boards. It's kind of an alternative to rough sawn is really a better way to say it, a wormy plank top to it. But you can see in all its glory, Black Michael's cherry adorned with a great centerpiece that we'll get a sign on because it is priced out together. Remember, we loosely call them centerpieces, but really they are floral inserts. In other words, if we were to take a look, you can pull it out and use it for the season and perhaps replace it with another. The wreaths in the background you can see are just a nice addition to pull out the rest of the colors. Our large corner cabinet, and then of course our very large classic type hutch over here. So again, good morning. I hope you're going to be able to come out and see us today. We're here today from 9 until 5 on Saturday. And we are going to pop open tomorrow from 11 until 3, but don't put off till tomorrow what you can certainly do today. There are so many goodies here. You want to grab them up certainly before they are gone. Over here on the right-hand front of the store, this is a rustic farm table, more of what we're going to start to carry. You can see that it does have uneven boards, a little bit more of a smooth finish in places, but the goal of a rustic farm table is that it is rustic. So what am I trying to say? Don't use a word to define a word. It's got a plank top, which by its very nature has uneven boards and certainly saw marks to make it look a little bit different and worn. That's the goal. You can see there's an ocean theme here, as well as lots of the smaller ocean prints. In addition, we just wanted to drop in this TV stand here at the front. It is a taller TV stand from our economy vendor. It is all black, non-distressed, so I think it's going to work out better than the shorter ones that we were carrying, but it is a 60-inch all non-distressed black TV cabinet. So hope you're doing well. Hope you're able. Thank you for tuning in this morning. Notice over here we've got our smoke collection, and if you aren't signed up for our emails, I tell you, you're really missing out. We're trying to get back on the bandwagon with all of that. So we certainly am trying to get back on a once-a-week pattern, if not more. But a lot of work was done here this week just to show you the red truck, in all its white glory, and then to kind of tie things in. Taking it around just a little bit, we got a brand new end cap. It just makes you want to smile. Sunflowers make you want to smile. So the bright yellow here, as we are taking a look, you can see definitely grabs your attention going down through here. We did a lot of work on our pet section as we recovered it to make it a bit more shoppable, able to see things just a little bit better because, all you need is love and a furry friend, and you got it made in this world. You can take, and some good two-legged friends are also important to all of that. But you can see that we spread things out a little bit as we've added one of our 2x6 bookcases here at the end. As far as candles are concerned, you can tell that some changes have been made here. We've got our new line of candles, hoping that these make them a bit more easily accessible. You've got to smell some of these. I'm telling you, this linen, best way to smell a candle is through the top. We've got it not only in the silver metallic bottom, but the gold metallic bottom. We've got another one called Sunkiss. That's also one of my favorite. Also sandalwood and driftwood. And the scents are right on the top of the lid. So a great way to be able to see them here on a top shelf, as well as our classic glass container for these guys. We took the plastic off of one of them so it makes it a little bit easier to smell. And the same scents are available in these guys that you can reuse. That little container would be great for Q-tips or cotton balls as the scents that are here. So if you were to smell the scents over here, it's the same ones that we have over in the glass jars. Taking it around the corner just a little bit to show you a bit more about what we've been up to. Well, I got to tell you, we are preparing for our new line of furniture, or we haven't carried it in a while, to come in this week. It's our Poplar line of furniture in all of the white glory. A lot of it will be white and other colors that we haven't had, so we're pretty excited about that. We still have our end cap here with all kinds of our bedding, but we'll also show you some of our other bedding on a different end cap and just a different way to be able to show that to you. Our gifty items are still going strong. In fact, we've probably got to get some orders placed for those. We have retooled one of the back, or actually pretty much every display at this point, but to include more here as a way to see it as far as our bathroom items are concerned. More to come with improving this aisle and making it easier to shop for sure. But you can see the bathroom section for the moment is at least two sides of the aisle with more in the floor, meaning prints across the bottom, as well as a ton of goodies all through here. Our park displayer, we worked on it last week. We made it a bit better this week. We kind of fine-tuned it so that you can see our Blackstone lantern lamp right in the center without a picture behind it. The tin makes it pop. We are back in stock on those. We were very, very low, but fortunately the back orders came in. So we have those goodies, those cutie patooties, and all kinds of park lamps all around here for you to be able to see. Bathroom cabinets down this aisle with some of our 18 by 24 prints on top. Our closeout hutches, it's on the list to get reworked to make a little bit more sense before we open at 9 this morning. And you can see tons of trash bins in a variety of colors and how these do also make great hampers. So we posted a few last night. The colors were much darker than many that we have in stock. But you can tell that we've got everything from white to slate to honey leaf, our oyster color, as well as back into our smokes and pewters. Taking it down here just a little bit, we've got some brand new signs that are American made, and I just wanted to drop those across the top here so that you could, and I'm not sure what's going on with the phone this morning. I don't know if any of you have done the new iPhone update, but it has made me want to throw my phone so many times. But hopefully you're seeing it a little bit better now. But large palette art, if you will, elongated signs made in the USA. You know, those are always great when you can grab something that's made in the USA. So all of our frame prints are, in addition to various sizes that are now being carried by our framer, whether it's shelfies or elongated signs that are this size, or take them just one size bigger right over here. So be sure to take a look for those. So again, we are here today, Saturday, from 9 until 5. You know, don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today, because you might miss out on something that you really, really want. We are going to pop open tomorrow from 11 until 3, but we'd love to see you out today if you have the opportunity. But we're also counting on you if you don't have the ability to come in today, that you will come see us tomorrow, and certainly continue to keep the pop-ups going. We've got a few things to retool on this display. We want to hang up that home print, make it a little bit higher. We've got some candles to straighten up, but you could see the gist of what's going on here. It's sort of a tribute to the kitchen in one regard, lighter and brighter, all kinds of pastel colors. And then as we go to the second shelf, just more inspirational type items in that lighter and brighter format. On the very bottom, which we'll come back and finish, there's a lot of our grass filler that we use. It makes such a difference. So we just left it kind of heaped up there in case you were looking for some of it. That's certainly where you can find it. If you're looking for islands and tables, you know we have them. If you're looking for bar stools sold in pairs or pub chairs sold in pairs, we've got those as well, and you know that. Table sets, we've got them. Come and get them. So a new display for us, you can see here at the back, the Billy Jacobs print with the quilt and the rug in the foreground of his print there. On the left-hand side, we've got pink, pinks for girls, blues for boys. Not necessarily true at all, but that's our kind of play on the colors here. For this child I have prayed. I am a strong daughter because a strong mother raised me. Prayer for our daughter. I'm blessed to have a daughter like you. And prayer for our son, and for this child I have prayed. So we've dropped in some corresponding pieces to boys and girls, but we wanted you to see these beautiful quilt sets that are $75 for the king. The queens on each of these we've sold through, and they are on back order. So they will be coming in. If there's something that, if you do want to get one of these, it's better to go ahead and prepay so we can get even more of them on order. This is our #1 selling quilt. I mean, where can you get a king quilt and 2 shams for $75? It just doesn't happen. So we wanted to be able to showcase 3 quilts in the store, not only the one on the bed, but also on our quilt racks here, 2 others. Our quilt racks, I think they're the last 2 that we have, so they are display only, but we can order. We certainly want to be able to keep this display up for a little while. Some of our VHC line quilts are across the middle row there. You can see the blue ticking stripe, as well as some of our porch signs that are indoor and outdoor. They're weather resistant. You can see the picket fence here as well. If you haven't had a chance to look at our Lancaster Legacy corner hutch in oak, it's a beauty. It does light up, and it has adjustable shelves. So it's in this corner so that we can light it up if that is something you want to see. We don't want to wear it out, but it's a beauty. It's been here for a little while. So let us know if you're interested. And I think there might be one price on the web and one price in store. So I want to make sure that for that item that we are consistent. This hutch over in the corner, it's Westtown Red and Special Walnut. We cannot get that color again. So if that is something that you have an interest in, we wanted to showcase those here on the aisle next to our sold furniture that, of course, is wrapped in blankets across the end and across the back. So taking a breath, you want to get out. It might be a little bit windy today, a windbreaker, at Virginia. It's the only place, maybe not, but that you can have 3 seasons all in one week. I know in my car, I've got a rain jacket. I've got a little bit heavier coat that is weather resistant, but it's thin but lined enough to be warm. I forget what you call it. And then I've actually got a Carhartt winter coat with gloves and a hat and the whole 9 yards. And traveling between here and Pennsylvania, because I throw that stuff in the truck, even here, this week I've worn multiple layers and certainly multiple ones of those. But we'd love to have you out. Might be a little bit windy, but you can survive that. We'd also love for you to see Miscellaneous in Fairfield, just 35 minutes north. I was able to take a bunch of stuff up there this week and see customers that I hadn't seen in a while, which was pretty cool, in addition to getting new items out on the shelf there. And Mom has a ton of them as well. Our hutch is here, lightly decorated. They most likely, 99% chance, they will get covered up as we move through after hours on Sunday. We'll work Sunday after hours to go ahead and get a lot of the furniture that's down this row. That's some of the Special Walnut pieces pulled out and ready for many of the newer white colored furniture pieces that will go in places here, as well as some of our rustic traditions furniture, including a new bedroom set at the very back. So these guys right here, we've tried to lighten up as much as we can ahead of time, and just know they'll likely be covered as we move through after hours on Sunday. Hunt tables, we wanted to showcase those before things get covered up, as well as our Dutch buffet. Taking it over to the other side, I showed you last week. I believe the weeks are running together. We'd worked on this display. It wasn't finished, but it was definitely tossed together to make it different. It is a little more complete at this time. I love you, therefore I cook. We've got some religious prints thrown in there. We've also got smaller shelfie signs, elongated ones. Eat at your own risk in this kitchen. Again, I love you, therefore I cook. The kitchen is the heart of the home. And all kinds of lighter whites, tans, and greens really shape the top of this displayer. In the very back, we're showing you wreath holders that hold tapers as well. So whether it's an inside door or an outside door, they definitely make for a great display. We do have our park lamps with our linen shades on them, and we'll make sure to get this other one lit up as well. Still working on these bottom shelves. We are going to kind of condense our trucks a little bit, drop some things down off that second shelf and make it look just a little bit better, but Rome wasn't built in a day. We did move a few mountains this week though. As we take a look up here, we are looking to widen this aisle so that we can get our buyer's hold table back in place. We've certainly started that. We've got a little bit more changes to make because it's still kind of wide as we go down through here. But you can see our square tables here at the very end, our box tables. So maybe if we combine up 2 rows of square tables, we can take a row or so of box tables, down that way. That'll leave us with our round tables. Where can you buy real wood, real Amish furniture at the prices like we have on these goodies? Very, very hard to find. Our magazine tables, more than we've had in a very long time, as well as our half rounds, and then moving into our end tables from our economy line and dropping it over then to our main line of furniture where we have our country coffee and end tables with room for hiding things, right? Those doors gives us room for hiding. So good morning and thanks to everyone that's tuning in. You can see we've got a lot of our 72-inch single door cabinets. That means from our Amish line right here where it's got raised panels in 3 places and a door that opens just as one door. Our bachelor's cabinets, roughly the same size, maybe a little bit of difference, 2 doors. So bachelor's cabinets, 72-inch single doors. We go down to our pantries, so from our main line of furniture, and then where you see our raised panels, our other main line of furniture, our economy line. Notice again the raised panels, the hinges on the outside. So this row will likely change some as well. We've got some accessory pieces coming back in poplar and a lot lighter shades than we've had in quite a while. So we'll get those displayed. They'll probably run down this aisle as well. Hutches are right through here, as well as TV stands strategically placed so that, you can see them, whether you're looking for a 42-inch in our main line of furniture, which we can order, and 60 or 72, or perhaps you need a 48-inch. And notice that the new economy line of furniture, which is on the right, it is maybe even a little bit taller than our main line of furniture. So in other words, again, the economy line, they've increased the height of their TV stands, which I think will work out a lot better. We've got to call furniture something, right? So TV stand, there you go. Could it work as a credenza? Certainly it could. There are so many uses for it. We've got one piece of furniture that's called a stereo cabinet. Well, how many of us have stereos? I think a couple bought a stereo cabinet yesterday. It's wide, it's deep. We'll see if I can stumble on one. And adjustable shelves. They wanted to have a printer, but they wanted to have a printer on top, but they wanted to have storage. So whatever we call it, it's just whether we can make it be of use to us. That's the main thing. You can see our walls across the back in all their glory, 24 by 36. We wanted to give you a multitude of escapes to look at, whether it's on a sailboat, walking in the ocean, maybe seeing some black bear from a distance. There you go. Or a barn over there in an Americana theme wrapped around the silo. This particular quilt has definitely picked up speed, that's for sure. We've got a king and a queen quilt set left. So if you want the king, it is a display. We'll do 10% off the display and we'll swap another quilt back on it. But it is our last king. We sold out of our back stock yesterday. Sealy is still all the rage, let me tell you, and we are going to be restocked on Sealy bedroom furniture. But Sealy's also really popular on islands, whether you're looking for our normal island with overhang on 3 sides, or a larger island that also has a trash bin on the end. Great. Remember, the stools you can buy in pairs separately, as well as the pub chairs can be sold or purchased in pairs separately. Back here, as far as bedroom furniture, I am able to show you what the 5-drawer chest of drawers looks like, as well as the armoire. Again, call it what you want. It's a cabinet with very deep storage, rod across the top, 1 drawer, or rather 1 shelf. If you don't need the rod, we can order it without it. Notice doors at the bottom. So whatever you want it to be, it's got to be called something. We know that. So make it work for us, and it can be whatever it is the Amish called it to start out with. Smaller prints, we'll see how long this wall can last with everything that's coming in. Extremely likely it won't as far as the prints are concerned, but the prints that we take down, we will have stacked up in the aisle just a ways down there. You're able to see where we've got stacks. Back here, we were able to get up more of our 12 by 18 and 12 by 16 prints. You can see our wreath as well as our candle ring wall is shrinking. We'd love to have you in today. We do have the centerpiece queen in the house, and I know she would love to put a centerpiece together for you if you're not able to find one that's already put together. This displayer, I wanted to lighten it up just a little bit so that you could see one floral arrangement and then lots of our other smaller frame prints in the white frames, as well as some inspirational pieces and gifty items also. Here in the middle shelf, we do have a lot of our throw-me-downs. We were able to display some of our dollies, some of our smaller arrangements that are priced out complete, and you can see that on the tag right across the way. This big wall, we're delighted to have it. We did take out a displayer here, so we've added another print wall. The displayer had the pendant lighting, and it was like we could not find the right thing to go on it. Never really worked space. So here you go. Frame prints work. So we hope that you'll like some of these. A good wall as you're going into the back rooms to be able to see some larger prints. And then we'll get these stacked out better. But don't forget, we do have some great prints for weddings as well. Taking it to the back rooms as I start to wind down, and you say, are you going to run out of breath? Well, you know better. That's not going to happen, right? I hope. Here in the back room, you know, it's always a challenge, but we wanted to showcase some of our arrangements so it wasn't like arrangement overload. You can see we've got our tulips. We've got this cutie patootie with some hydrangeas in the copper pot. Here's a little small one that's a lot simpler. Again, you know, we're loosely calling them arrangements. We simply realize, I mean, you know, it's not our first rodeo, that a real arrangement has styrofoam, Spanish moss, and, you know, things are glued in or they go in on the sticks that have, you know, very sharp bottoms. We get all of that. We're not going for that. We're going for practicality. What does that mean? It means that you can pull, so it's really a floral insert, but, you know, I want to call it an arrangement so that the attention is grabbed. But with the insert, you know, we've got things bundled together. So when you want to put this away for the season, this bouquet, and you want to add something different next season, you can. And it makes it a bit more practical, I think, in the world we live in. So far, they seem to be going over well. We'll just kind of take it, you know, spring to spring as far as how that works. Of course, more floral sales from, I don't know, when people get tired of the winter cabin fever through, let's say, Mother's Day, then I would say during the rest of the year. We certainly have to have it to help decorate for fall and Christmas, but all of these colors and the assortment certainly make right now the time that we're most interested in putting loosely called arrangements together, if you will. Notice back here, it's more of our smaller signs, so you have to look close. If you need something up high, you know we're here to get it for you. We're trying really hard to get different artists in the house. We love Billy Jacobs, and we will continue to carry his work. If you feel like we don't have as much, you know, and there's something you're looking for, you know, we can always order. We felt a little bit of dip in the Billy Jacobs sales. We want to still have it, that's for sure. But for those of you that may be looking for something different, we are trying to kind of accommodate everyone. And I can only do that with more wall space that doesn't get covered up by furniture like that one wall likely will this week. So talk to us if there's something that you're looking for. You certainly can talk to me if you don't see me because I'm buried in paper. Talk to a team member, let them know I don't see as much of. If there's, we hear that enough, then we'll, likely add some of it back on. The team members are being asked, as they should be, to give daily reports of things that customers are wanting, feedback from customers, anything that I can know. They are the eyes and ears of the company if I'm not out and about, that I can do to enhance, improve the customer experience, that they can do, etc. So please know that they are on their P's and Q's and are reporting daily to me. Things that may be going on in the store or questions that are being asked that maybe I can either address on the live, I can address by a different product mix, I can address by a different thought process. So we are working together. I mean, those are things that have gone on loosely in the past for sure, but in a more formal way, it's happening now. So just please know that. Our small jellies over here, you can see lots of different accent tables on a larger scale, whether you call them hunt tables, sofa tables. They can be whatever you want tables, right? But you can see we are kind of packed with those. We've stacked them so that you can see them a little bit easier rather than having all the frames back here. I wanted you to have two walls to be able to see those goodies a bit easier. Notice our 7-drawer dresser in Michael's Cherry is back here. We just couldn't fit it in the bedroom section. Our barrel table collections, end tables, coffee table here at the bottom. And this is a table I don't showcase quite enough. It's a maple walnut coffee table. It's definitely a beauty. It's very heavy. So check it out if you're definitely in the market for something like that. Remember, we're here to help. So if that means you ring us up at 540-254-1489, or you drop us an email at kccollections with an S, marketing@gmail.com, we are happy to help. We will return phone calls that we aren't able to answer just as soon as possible. We try very hard to return all phone calls that come in a day before we leave for the day, especially on Saturdays. So just know that your question is important to us. Your call is important to us. Your watching our Facebook posts is important. Clicking on our emails. Everything you do to support not only KC Collections, but Miscellaneous, we are very, very grateful for. I told you that we would have more window treatments in neutral colors and that we would clean up the mess. We've pretty much done that back here. Notice that we've hung up a lot of these items. I do have some laminating paper that's AWOL right now, should have been in yesterday, so that we can put the item numbers and the prices on the valances the way we used to, and that should also be able to make your shopping experience a little bit easier. These are items that we will carry mainly for the bedding sets. We still do have stored off-site many other valances, panels, etc. that you can go to the KC stores and be sure to go to the shop linen sale. I think it's a linen sale collection out there. So you can see and we can ship to you, or if you want to pick up in store, we just need a little notice, a day or two or three, so we can find it off-site and bring it here for you to pick up. But great deals out there. 1-door cabinet is new for us. The 2-door cabinet definitely blew out. It's our economy line and we can order. More of our trash bins, whether you're looking for Pebblestone, antique white, or this sage green that I'm just starting to love, that's for sure. You can see more of those here as well. Coffee bars in black as well as Sealy tucked away at the end, and you can see it's a full house all back here. And we have more shelves than what are out. So if you're looking for some of those high back shelves in a different color, please be sure to talk to us because it may be that we have them stored in other spots. Something I haven't showcased too much, these are our sofa tables from our economy line. To me, it's more like a plant stand because their actual sofa tables take the traditional look meaning they have the drawer and straight ends, if you will. This is a little more curvy on the end. It's got a shelf down there. So use it for what you want. Again, it reminds me of a souped up plant stand, or you have a little area that you need a table and it can't be very wide. So I definitely wanted to point those out. It's a great day. It's Saturday. We're delighted to be here from 9 until 5 today. Miscellaneous is in Fairfield and open from 10 until 5 today. So we'd love to see you out there. Both stores, new displays, added product, and a lot going on. And let me drop everything and work on your problem. I figured that'd be a good spot for this right outside of these little guys here, right? We get a chuckle. We will pop open tomorrow on Sunday from 11 until 3. Remember, don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today. But with that being said, we'd love the Sunday support to keep those Sunday pop-ups going. In addition, miscellaneous normal hours on Sunday are 11 until 3, just like the hours of our pop opening tomorrow. So, a little bit of inspiration for today. Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God your needs, and don't forget to thank Him for His answers. Grateful, thankful, and blessed. So with that, I'm Casey, and it's a wrap, signing off from our little town of Buchanan, Virginia, just 30 minutes north of Roanoke and 30 minutes south of Lexington. Remember, whatever you do today, find the good in each and every day and love the sight you see.